Hey guys, it's the English Pastry here. For my first video, I made a nice guide on Maverick. Let's check it out. Alright, let's just take a look at Maverick's kit. So of course he's a 3-speed, 1-armor attacker that has the breaching torch as his main gadget. And for his primary weapon options, he's got the AR-1550, which is a semi-automatic weapon. You probably don't want to use that. You probably want to use the M4. Take a look at the attachments here. I usually run muzzle vertical grip because there's a lot of vertical recoil on this gun, so the muzzle brake does a great job at negating that. And then for his pistol, he's got the 1911, just a pistol, I could care less. And for his other gadget, he's got the frags and claymore. I highly recommend that you use frags. They're very useful. You can do a lot of different things with them, and not a lot of operators have them. So if there's an operator that has them, you should use them, definitely. And that's really it for his kit. Pretty solid kit overall. Now let's take a closer look at Maverick's main gadget, the breaching torch. The breaching torch burns holes through any soft or reinforced surface. The torch runs on fuel, which you only get 5 canisters of. You are very exposed while using this gadget, so make sure you are in a safe area when you pull it out. A couple tips for using the torch: the range of it is approximately 2 meters. You can tell if the surface you're aiming at is in range by the torch crosshairs, you'd call it. When the crosshairs are large, you are not in range. When it shrinks down, you can tell that you are in range. The same thing happens when you're aiming down sights. A quick note: when you're ADSing, your character and your crosshair are very slow while doing this, which can cause you to waste fuel. To maximize your fuel while ADSing, you want to find a balance of moving your character and crosshair at the same time. The breaching torch is not only good for breaking walls and hatches. You can also break maestro cameras, deployable shields, bulletproof cameras, barbed wire, and really all anime gadgets, bulletproof and non-bulletproof. To open castle barricades with the Maverick torch, the best way to do this is to make a single diagonal line across a single castle barricade. I usually go from top left to bottom right. When opening a regular barricade, you can tap the torch twice, once at the bottom of the barricade, another time right above that hole, and you can open a small hole to crawl through. This way, you can get into the building silently. Another way to use the Maverick torch is to create crouch holes. These crouch holes can be bored into any soft or reinforced wall to allow a quiet and unexpected entry. To do this, all you have to do is crouch, aim your torch one crosshair above head level, and make a single oval almost down to the floor. This should take roughly 1 tank of fuel. For reinforced surfaces, do the same, only you have to make a hole a single crosshair wider and taller. I recommend going to T-Hunter custom game and practicing this a bit, and soon you'll be able to gauge how big of a hole you'll have to make. So why should you play Maverick? The biggest thing you need to understand is the meta. I want to bring up 2 graphs real quick from previous designer notes. In 2 seasons, Thatcher's ban rate has gone up over 20%. Thatcher bans are big right now, and truthfully I think they're only going to get higher as players understand that opening walls without Thatcher takes a ton of team coordination, which frankly most teams do not have. You can try to run Cali, but I think you get a lot more value out of a Maverick pick. I've even heard some people call Maverick a poor man's Thatcher. When opening main walls, Maverick can make small holes and remove mute jammers, bandit batteries, and electric claws. However, you might need an IQ to find electric claws. Maverick is also a great counter to bandit tricking, which I will demonstrate later. Using Maverick, there is really no way for the enemy team to stop you from opening the wall. There is really no hard counter to Maverick. The only way to stop him is like a nitro cell, shooting him through his holes, or like a run out or a flank. In general, when you play Maverick, you want to be assisting in opening main walls or hatches. Maverick can be your primary hard breacher, but do be aware it's more dangerous to use Maverick and probably won't always be successful. If you do decide to run Maverick as your only hard breacher though, you won't necessarily need a Thatcher, which opens up a spot in your lineup for maybe like a Sledge or an IQ. The only reason I think people don't play enough Maverick is because of his high skill gap. He's actually a pretty difficult operator to play, but that's why we have things like this on YouTube. Alright, now I'm in a custom game on Clubhouse, arguably Maverick's best map, and I'm going to show you guys how to Maverick trick. Basic premise of Maverick tricking is going to run 2 horizontal lines across a single reinforcement, which will separate the middle piece from the anchors, which are the top and the bottom, which will cause the middle piece to fall off and you have nothing left but a soft wall. Simply put, you're burning off the reinforcement. So to do this, it's a lot safer on walls that you can rappel on, so that's why Maverick is so good on Clubhouse. So you're going to start by going on upside down rappel. You can see that this wall is kited, so if that happens to you, what you're going to do is you're going to move down as far as you possibly can without getting shocked by the electric claw. So you can see I'm safe right about here. And you're going to look down as far as possibly can, so I'm in range right here. You can ADS, start burning, and strafe. You're going to strafe until you get to the end of the reinforcement. And you want to make sure that you get the edges. And when you get the edges, you'll hear this kind of metal shattering sound, so I want to make sure you keep that edge too. Okay, then for the top part, this one's a little bit trickier. Because you don't want to go too far high up, because then they can easily shoot you. But you don't want to go too low, because then it's hard to vault in. So you want to find like a happy medium. I usually go like about a third of the way down. So right here, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to ADS, and then you're going to burn and strafe. You can also move your mouse a little bit to the left while doing this, so it's a little bit more efficient. And if the reinforcement doesn't break for you, it's probably because you didn't get the edges, so make sure you get those edges. Quick tip to make sure you get the edges is when you do the Maverick trick, you make these little notches here. You can see that now it's all soft. So now you can just use it as a Fia, an Ash Charge, even a Bach. You can open it. You can just open this wall. The real advantage to Maverick tricking is that you completely bypass the Cade electric claws, the bandits, and the jammers. And you don't even need to bring a Thatcher or a Thermite in the band. So vault in, easy. That's how you Maverick trick. Alright, now I'm on Cafe attacking the bakery objective, downstairs objective, and I'm going to show you guys how to Maverick trick on walls you can't rappel on. Do be aware that when you can't rappel on a wall, it's a lot more damage than if you can. It requires more teammates to wash the holes that you created. So this time you're going to make sure you start with the top. You're going to aim down sights. You do the same thing as you did with the Maverick trick on walls you can rappel on. Aim down sights, strafe, move your mouse a little bit. Make sure you get the edges. You want to make sure you get these edges like right away, because once you get the bottom part, you're not going to be able to go back and get them. So for the bottom part, you're going to want, for this part, you want to make sure you have a teammate washing these holes. So you're just going to stand right about here, make sure you can reach the corner. Do the same thing, aim down sights. Make sure you get that corner good first. And then you're just going to walk backwards while you strafe. Get the wall. If the metal reinforcement doesn't break right away like it does in here, you probably miss the edges. You can still go get them, but it's kind of dangerous, so really make sure that you have someone watching your holes. You can see now that the wall is soft, you can just use the Zofia Ash Buck. That's how you do it. Alright, now I'm on Canal. I'm going to show you guys another way to play Maverick, kind of as like a support, like a pseudo Thatcher. As Maverick, you don't always need to be Maverick tricking every time. Instead, you can just assist your Thermite in opening the walls. So for getting bandit batteries, there's a couple ways you can do this. Easy way is you just Maverick the bottom. You can see you can just shoot the bandit batteries. You can also use this strategy, and it's especially useful for when the bandit is actually tricking. The basic idea of this strategy is to throw a nade through a Maverick hole and bake it off the ceiling. You ideally want to land the nade as close as possible to the inside of the reinforcement. A quick rule of thumb for how big you want the Maverick hole to be is you want to use the nade crosshairs to be about as big as the hole you're going to throw it through. By hole, I mean the amount of ceiling that you can see. You want to make sure you use this trick from the position you're going to throw the nade from, or else it can kind of really throw it all off. So you can see now, I can see the ceiling. So you just kind of want to cook the nade a little bit, and you're just going to chuck it up. Just like that, you can easily get the bandit batteries. For this strategy, I recommend throwing a flash or two inside before you throw the frags in, so you can easily catch ADSs. This strategy will also work for electric claws, but it gets complicated based on where the electric claw is and how much you should cook your nade. If you're really feeling advanced, you can run an IQ to spot the electric claws so you can cook the nade appropriately. And that's really it. That's a way to open walls without a Thatcher. Alright, now I'm on Bank, and I'm going to show you guys how you can open 2 hatches as Maverick. The real advantage using Maverick to open hatches is that you don't have to worry about electric claws or impact tricking. However, instead you have to worry about C4s and getting shot. There are many different styles and strategies people use, but I'm going to show you the one I use. You're just going to pick one edge, and a lot like Maverick tricking, you're just going to ADS and strafe. Move your mouse a little bit too. just gonna do the other edge as well. If you ever hear a C4 ripping sound, make sure you run. The key to kind of get every single time is to make sure that nothing's left on the edges. And lastly, I just like to make a line straight through the middle. There you got it. I use just under 2.5 tanks, so if you really need to, you can get another hatch as well. That's how you do it. Alright, one last demonstration for you guys. Now I'm on Theme Park attacking the throne room objective. I'm going to show you guys another way to use Maverick. Helping open the main wall of hatches should be your main objective as Maverick, but once you're done with that, you can use Maverick as kind of like a running gun operator. Or you can do this, which I recommend running this type of strategy. The main idea is you're going to open unexpected angles on the objective. I chose Theme Park for this demonstration because there is this wall that literally no one opens, this wall right here. As always with Maverick, you need to be aware of your surroundings, and before you pull out your torch, you want to make sure you have some people watching your flanks and probably drone this area out, because you have 1, 2, 3, 4 easy ways for people to get you. Okay, so there are a couple ways you can do this, but I prefer making it a couple different lines at a couple different heights. So you make one, about this height. One thing, I didn't do this right. One thing when you're doing with Maverick, you want to make sure that you kind of do it at an angle. Make sure you don't peek these holes. You don't want to peek them yet. You want to make sure the anchors aren't looking when you peek them. You could even have your thermite like make a distraction so that the anchors won't be looking your way. And if you even make the hole big enough, you could throw a drone through it. You could check if the anchors are looking. And once the anchors are looking away, you can just quick peek it and get some unexpected kills. You can really kind of use this strategy on any map and any objective, so you just want to kind of get creative with it. Some free kills. Oh, I didn't even mean to do that. Find some ways to get some free and creative kills. That's all I got for Maverick. I'm sorry for saying this, but if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. You can also follow me on social medias. Heck, you can even join my Discord server, link in description. If you have any ideas for future videos you'd like to see, please suggest them down below, and I'll see you guys next time.